Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. We're just like The Tonight Show or The Late Late Show, but with video games. Let's go back in time to 1982. We're playing everything that we didn't find the definite release date for in August. And we played Spectrum Scramble last time. Let's see what is next. Still in the United Kingdom, we're playing on the BBC Micro, and this is Sphinx Adventure. On the BBC Model B. We've seen a few of these that you have to have the Model B for it if you shelled out enough money. Let's take a look at the box. Sphinx Adventure is another one of those adventure versions based on the classic, almost colossal cave adventures, and here it is by Acornsoft. Going to go into the pyramids, or the Sphinx. This pack contains program disc plus instructions for how it seems very bare bones. Classic adventure in which you move through caves, fight with trolls, collect treasure, and finally wait, trolls? Well, is this Egypt or is this fantasy? I guess it's all fantasy. It's not easy to find on the way. The Sphinx is not easy to find, some predictable, and others not typical of the adventure game. And it is a typical game. Also coming up, we have Kingdom of Hamel, Drogna, Crazy Tracer. Very nice. Let's see the other artwork we have for Sphinx Adventure. And this is the United Kingdom, so I'm expecting this adventure game to be extremely difficult. There is the cassette tape we're going to pop into play, or the 5 1/4 floppy disk if you had astronomical amounts of money in the United Kingdom. We have several different versions, lots of hacks or trainers we could be playing. Let's pop in and play Sphinx Adventure by Paul Fellows of Acornsoft at some time in August 1982. Welcome to the Sphinx Adventure. Good luck in your explorations here. Try to find all the treasure and take it to the Sphinx. So yeah, it's just like Colossal Cave Adventure. Go find everything you need, bring it back, get all the points. Let's do this. You're on the top of a mountain, and in the distance a small building can be seen. All around you is dense forest. A road leads north. There are exits to the north, south, east, and west. We're going to be seeing these text adventure games, I'm pretty sure, until 1990, where they just follow a very similar formula as this one. Okay, let's go ahead and go north. We're on a road. A small raised path leads east. The road runs north and south. There's exit to the north, south, east, and west. And there's a bottle here. Take bottle. I love a good text parser that understands N and S instead of typing in north and south. Yes. This one, if you've seen the walkthrough for this game, it is very long. This has a lot of content to it as far as a text adventure game goes. Not up to the snuff as a Zork that we've already seen, but this one is very large, so there's a lot you can do, and the puzzles are extremely cryptic too. Taking a bottle in a big deal. All right, let's go ahead and head north. You're at the edge of a road outside of a building, and all around it's forest. There's exits. Okay, so we're going back where we were before. Let's go ahead and go in the hut. We're in the building, obviously an old blacksmith's forge. There's a lamp and a set of keys here. Let's go ahead and take that lamp. Can we rub the lamp? Am I too soon? Oh, sorry, rub lamp. Nothing obvious happens. I wonder if they expected us to do that. All right, let's go ahead and take the keys too. Okay, after we do that, let's go out of the hut. We're back where we were at the road. Let's go ahead and head south now. We're on the road again. There's exits to the north, south, east, and west. Okay, let's go ahead and head east. We're in the narrow path, which seems to descend to the east. And this would already be at the point where you're making the map, because this is a pretty large game where you can explore and get lost in. Very maze-like. Yes, right? They should have been, all text adventure games by now should be N for north, S for south, and not have to deal with typing everything in. The craziest text parsers we've seen so far are the ones that demand you say G-O-N-O-R-T-H. You have to type the whole thing, go north, before you go. Yes. Oh man. So let's go ahead and head, after we go east, let's head east again. We're in the Valley of Doom. The path disappears down a small shaft here. Strange echoes can be heard from below. Very nice. And this isn't doing what the Scott Adams adventure games do where they break it apart. Notice I was just continuing to scroll up as we play the game. All right, so after that, let's go ahead and go down into the Valley of Doom. We're in the Hall of Spirits. Ghostly laughs and howls can be heard echoing around the halls. The air is full of dust and cobwebs. It's very dark. If you move, you may fall into a pit and be eaten by a grue. Wrong game. This is not Zork, so we don't get to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and go light, lamp. That's why it didn't work. It's that kind of lamp. I see. Your lamp is now on. All right, so after we have the lamp on, let's go ahead and head south. We're at the gardener's store. Okay, I thought we were in the Hall of Doom. And then our exits are north and east. So at least they're telling us the exits, and they tell us what's here. All right, let's go ahead and take that carrot. We got the carrot. I really want to eat it now. Can I nibble carrot? I don't understand the word nibble. Of course you don't. Most of the two-word text parsers do not understand funny things like that. But that's why I enjoy doing this here on the live show, because everyone throws out the craziest things in the chat, and I like to try them for the adventure games to see what it is. Yeah, I wouldn't say Zork, because Zork had a lot more verbose language for the game. So this is very, very simple, bare bones, almost like we're playing a Colossal Cave or Adventure variant. Yeah, very, very bare bones. Yes, I don't think we need a... Maybe the Valley of Doom needs a gardener, right? All right, so after that, after we take the carrot, let's go ahead and head west. We're at a T-junction. Exits are this way. All right, let's go west again. We're in the Sorcerer's Lair. The walls resound with the sound of long-forgotten spells. Very cool. So even though it's the game's about the Sphinx, we're doing fantasy. So it's already feeling more like adventure already. Yes, maybe it is a very mossy hall. All right, so after that, let's go ahead and take the wand. Not a good idea to steal from the sorcerer, but we're going to do that here. After we take the wand, let's go ahead and head east. We're at the T-junction again. Let's go ahead and go south now. We're in the sword chamber. A large stone sits in the middle of the floor. The sword in the stone. Can we take it? Let's try it. Can we take the sword in the stone? Oh, no, I guess it doesn't say the sword's in the stone. It just happened to be in the same room. All right, after that, let's go ahead and head down. We're in the banqueting hall. This is the craziest map. Not that we've seen games this crazy with adventure titles, but they're going room for room, and it doesn't feel like it's cohesive. Like we're not playing Infocom adventure games here, where they have each room can be mapped out logistically. It doesn't follow that way. Maybe we should have taken the stone too. It's probably going to tell us something like the stone's too big for us to take. All right, so after that, let's go ahead and take some of the food here. This is not a Calabeth. We don't have to continue to consume food the entire game, which is very nice. All right, let's go ahead and head west. You are by a lake which stretches far away to the horizon. Wait, so we're in the Dungeon of Doom, and then we go past a gardener store and a banqueting hall, and now we're at a lake? All right. The far side can only be dimly seen. There are exits to the south and east, and there is water here. All right, so let's go ahead and fill bottle. Your bottle's now full of water. Very nice. All right, so let's go ahead and head east. We're at the banqueting hall again. Go ahead and go north. Make our way around. We're now in the fiery passage. The walls are very hot. All right, so after that, let's go ahead and throw water. You throw the water and the flame dies in a cloud of steam. So there you go. One of the puzzles you would have had to know to get the bottle, fill it with water. That actually makes kind of sense. Just give it time. We're going to see puzzles that will not make any sense at all. So after we throw the water, we're good there. Let's go ahead and head east. We're at the edge of a deep crack. It is too wide to jump. So let's go north. Instead, we're at the smelting room now. A large furnace sits in the corner, and we only have an exit to the south, but there is a bar of silver here. Let's go ahead and take the silver. Got the silver in us. Now let's go south. We're at the edge of a deep crack, far too wide to jump. And wave wand. The bridge now spans the chasm. Wow. So we just waved the magic wand the sorcerer had, and it just makes a bridge. How you would have known that the wand would make a bridge, who knows? Yes, you can't jump it. You would have to know that a wand would make it across the chasm. Crazy. Right? Blows my mind. All right, after that, let's go ahead and cross bridge. You're in the Oriental room beside the chasm. The walls are decorated with Chinese paintings. A bridge now spans, and there's a rug here. All right, after that, let's take the rug. Got the rug, nothing underneath the rug, so nothing like Mystery House. Yes, right? I can't believe the adventure games, at this point, you're still playing these kind of games, and these bare bones adventure games we're going to continue to see for a few years. So all the other micros in the United Kingdom and several of the home computers are still going to have adventure games just like this one. This one is rather large. It's not as simple as Colossal Cave. Yes, right? Oh, that's a good idea. Ride the rug. I don't understand the word ride. Oh, darn, it doesn't get it. All right, so after that, let's go ahead and head east. We're in the old library, and we have a collection of library books here. All right, let's take all the books. Got them. Take all the books. Let's go ahead and head up. We're in the bank vault. An enormous safe is set into the ceiling. There's no obvious handle, but there is the safe here. All right, after that, let's go ahead and go west at the T-junction, and then go north. We're on a small path winding through a petrified forest. That sounds like Colossal Cave. And after that, let's go ahead and go east. This is the winding, yep, very tight passageway. A cool, damp wind blows from the south. So not as descriptive as something like Zork, but still good enough for a text adventure game at this time. All right, after that, let's head south. I think I'm following the right way. You can already tell this is maze-like. We're in a dark, damp passageway. Ground's becoming a little soggy here, and let's go south again. We're in the Everglades. It's rather swampy here. They're just covering all kinds of different climates here. The mosquitoes are real pests. There's a mean-looking crocodile here. Feed. Crocodile. You throw the food to the crocodile. Suddenly, a huge bird swoops down, snatches the food, and carries you across the swamp. What? Wait a second. So how does this work again logically? You're throwing food to a crocodile, and because of that, the bird swoops down, snatches the food, carries you across the swamp. You know, because of causality. You're in a dark, damp passageway. The ground's a little soggy here. Okay, so we're back where we were before. Yeah, that was very unexpected. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about when it's adventure games from the United Kingdom. They are really making it difficult for you. All right, after that, let's go ahead and type of the... Okay, wait, feed the crocodile. After we do that, let's go ahead and head east. After we get carried across the swamp. And then go south. We're now in the music room. Beautiful melodies echo all around. This is amazing. And then go west. You are at yet another dead end. Okay, but we do have a cluster of opals here and a dwarf. He throws an axe at you and it misses. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and take opals. That's true. Oh, Pyramid 2000. Yeah, we've already seen that one. Yeah, that one is the same idea. It reminds me of this game. So after we take the opals, and the dwarf throws an axe at us again and misses us. All right, so let's go ahead and can we take the axe? You take the axe, the dwarf throws an axe at you, the axe vanishes after it gets to you. Oh dear, you seem to have been killed. You have scored 80 out of 800. You had 53 turns. Do you want to be reincarnated? Oh gosh. So there you go. That is a quick example or a quick taste of what it's like to play Sphinx Adventure, which I thought we were going to have more Egypt theme in there, but that's pretty much just fantasy. That's as fantasy as it gets for Sphinx Adventure. Of all the games you could be playing on a home computer, you honestly got to tell yourself, it's like so many other games. How would you rate this as a publisher? If you're a publisher for a magazine right now in the United Kingdom, what would you say? Because there's already so many other text adventure games. I'm gonna have to say it's right down the center. It's a great average title, 3 stars all around of all the games you'd be playing so far. Errol's gonna go ahead and do 3.5 stars. 3, yeah, maps. The very strange way that they are mapping out the world and the levels is not as coherent as other text adventure games. It does make it interesting though, so you would have a good time. Bartow Man's throwing out 2, Punk Rock's throwing out 3. Yeah, I'm thinking around average of all the titles so far. All right, let's see what our next game is. We're heading to the arcade, and this is Splat. Does anybody remember Splat? I never even knew this existed. This is another Williams arcade game that never seen before, and it kind of gets overshadowed because of Defender and Robotron 2084. Let's take a look at the advertisement. What company has the most successful line of video games in the coin-op industry? Williams. And there's the alternate front with the 2 different cabinets. The cocktail one looks pretty cool. Splat by Williams. That's right, it's not Food Fight. It's actually, we haven't seen Food Fight yet. Food Fight doesn't exist. And there's the example of the arcade cabinet. Really cool marquee. And the artwork looks good, looks fun. Take a look at the control panel, though. The control panel, well, there's the PCB, is twin stick. It's 2 8-way joysticks. It looks actually better right there. Look at that, 2 8-way joysticks to play Splat. So I'm really excited to see how this runs, considering we've already played Robotron 2084. Yeah, there we go. So it actually has two simultaneously. Like, you can play 2 twin stick shooters at the same time. It blows my mind. So there you go, the arcade marquee. We're gonna have some splatting things around. Yeah, we haven't seen it yet. This came out before Food Fight. I think Food Fight's either the end of 1982 or sometime in 1983. With an example of the screenshot, we also have the operator's manual, or instruction manual, for all the parts of your brand new Splat arcade cabinet. So let's see if we have anything about the game. Okay, we got game operation. Let's go ahead and go past warnings and setup. Make sure you got all those parts there. There you go, game operation. Start the game, you put a coin in, select the character with a walk joystick. So we got a walk joystick and we got a throw joystick. Walk moves you in 8 directions, throw moves you in 8 directions. It's your means of attack. It controls your throwing arm and permits you to launch a volley in the same 8 directions. No one has ever fought like this before. A long conveyor belt has been loaded with the most devilish of culinary concoctions, both for you and for your opponents. Imagine an endless supply of apples, bananas, pies, cakes, and much more. It's a veritable chef's nightmare. But don't examine them, catch them as they fall from the conveyor belt. Seek out your opponents, aim your perishable missiles, and throw. Splat. A direct hit will positively cause them to lose their heads, but while they regain their composure, don't tarry, reload for the next fusillade. If I pronounced that correctly. Otherwise, the hitman will appear as he appears from nowhere and pelt you with all manner of groceries. Wait, so they got a hitman in this game too? And a corn stalker. Beware of the corn stalker. You may have to pick up and run out of the doors the other side of the kitchen, then beat him at his own game and give him a what for. Re-enter the kitchen, grab a handful of goodies, and toss salad at him. Then we have the garbage creature emerges after a while, as he has in all kitchens. Quite a mischievous animal, so you have to use your cunning against him, as well as your dessert. For victory, you have to let him have it twice as he travels fast. Don't get in his way. And then we have nerds to contend with. You're already watching Chronologically Gaming. We already have plenty of nerds to contend with. This is your reward for bettering the garbage creature. So if you continue to last, another enemy comes out. And then we have kitchen scenes will change every 30 seconds. If you're hit with food, you'll lose your head, and you have to retrieve it to throw food. If you're hit twice, you'll lose a life. So that's right, your head's going to fly off in this game. Each new life, the door flashes when you re-enter. And then does it say what about the types of things we throw? It doesn't say anything there. And then bookkeeping goes on after that. Game adjustments, pricing, yeah. It's all the technical information after that. All right, we're going to the arcade to play some Splat. This is by Williams Electronics at some time in August 1982. Couldn't find exactly who the developer was for this one. So while it is Williams, this isn't Robotron 2084 and this isn't Defender. A completely different game. Yeah, after that explanation, this sounds really crazy, right? We're going to just wait a little bit in the attract mode to see what they show. There's all the different things we're going to be throwing at everybody. The high score table looks really close to Robotron and Defender. It must be using the same field. Yeah, it looks exactly the same. I'm already hearing a little bit of the sound effects too in the background. All right, let's do this. Now, you can do single play, or this is 2-player competitive. So I'm going to play against the computer first. If you want to do dual play, you put in more coins. Let's go. So you can move the joystick to pick who you want. Mark the Slob, Harry the Hood, or Tanya the Tootsie. I'll be Mark the Slob. So the top of the screen has our conveyor belt. There I am on the left side. Mark the Slob. Need to catch and throw food over at the enemy. And when you hit their head off... Oh, knock their head, and then knock their body down, and then they're taken out. What a bizarre idea. It really doesn't visually look appealing. You know, it looks like I'm playing something from Mad Magazine. Something that guys would be into, but girls would be grossed out. You know, like, I don't want to play that Splat game. That's disgusting. You're just throwing food around. All right, so there is the Hitman that showed up. It is fast action, and I just lost my head. I gotta go pick it up. Oh, but if you get hit again, then you die. Oh yeah, it's very quick gameplay. That sounds familiar. All right, you keep going, and it's making very disgusting piles of food on the floor. I love it. All right, we got one hit on him. All right, now we got the corn stalker showing up. You need a head to throw him. Okay, got it. Can we use bananas? Got it. Corn stalker down. And you can even catch the food from other people if it lands in your hands, or the popcorn from the corn stalker. Nice touch. And I read somewhere that you can use the keys to throw into the door. But yeah, this is nuts. It doesn't feel as polished as... Where's my head? There it is. I got my head back. Yes. I can verify, though, this is the very first video game that has headshots. There's been no video games that have anything to do with headshots, and this is it. So put it down on the record books, folks. Splat in the arcade by Williams is the very first video game with headshots. Yikes. Avoid the thundercloud, or whatever that one was. So it already works pretty good. Oh, the nerd hunt started and I died because the cloud went over me. Put your initials in, hot dog. All right, we use our walk stick to select the letter and then the throw one. Okay, it works, yeah. So you use both joysticks. Says there's no buttons on this. This arcade cabinet is just 2 joysticks. What is this one for? 2 initials. Why am I putting it in twice? So I only played as single player, and one of the cool parts of this game is the 2-player competitive. Playing against someone else so that you can splat against, throw it against them. Yeah, I'm amazed at how fast-paced it is. All right, let's go as Harry the Hood this time. I don't think there's a difference in the character. All it is they just look different. He moves and plays the same way. Let's get a diagonal throw on this. Double hit. So if you use the second joystick, like if I just continue to hold it one way, it'll just keep throwing in the direction that I am facing. So if you just keep picking more stuff up, let's get it. Oh, got another one. All right, now we get the Hitman showing up. The pie pummel begins. You constantly have someone else here in the game, and if you get really good at the timing when stuff gets thrown at you, you can catch it in your hands. In a way, I know this isn't a sports game, but it reminds me that I'm playing a game like dodgeball, because you need to catch things and then throw them back. If you're good enough at it. So it's well programmed in that sense. It doesn't feel quite as polished as Robotron 2084. And it's just a very bizarre concept. Okay, get the head back, get it. Okay, I got it. I like the idea, though, that you can get hit, but you're not out of the game. Your head will fly off, and then you can catch it back again. I'm going to try some of the keys if I can, but, I mean, the sniper throwing the pies is so intense. Wow. And you can catch the popcorn. That's awesome. So I wonder how this was distributed, because it's not as popular as the other ones by Williams. Oh, got to get my head to throw something. Get it. I did it. And you'd be able to have a lot of fun with someone else that was joining in to throw things. Just the competitive gameplay was really intense. Darn. That's tricky. That's exactly what it is. Except Food Fight doesn't exist, so they wouldn't be able to have a baby. Alright, all you gotta do is continue to throw more things. If you can pick up the food enough. But they're throwing bananas everywhere. Okay, nerds are coming out. What in the world? Alright, so those are the nerds. Oh, we got eggs too? So cool. I got really lucky on the popcorn guy that time. Alright, got him that time. Nice. So now they're blending all of it. I got Hitman, I got the popcorn. Oh, but if your head flies off, that's it. I've never played this one before, but I love this. And I would love to have someone else to be able to play this against in the arcade. Because playing against the computer, you know that they're programmed to be able to get you to get more quarters in. But if you play with someone else, you would have all the other enemies to go against. You could even team up against all the other enemies. The corn cob guy and the hitman. That's right. Doesn't it feel like we're playing another proto version of Smash TV? If I knew what that was, but I don't. I'm in August 1982. Wow. Why am I putting 2 initials in, though? Oh, I see. There's a Nerd Beater score and there's a Splatting Elite score. I guess that's why you're putting in 2 of them. Yeah, the waves are done so well, right? It plays. It's so much fun. So if we did a 2-player game, let's go ahead and get someone else up here. put another coin in, and ready for dual play. Let's see if we can. So we pick player. Let's have Mark the Slob against the other person that's here. Oh, I guess it's not... Okay, we don't have a since I don't have a second person here, I'm not able to play with two at the same time. So we're just gonna have someone that has fodder. But if you get someone to put enough quarters in, yeah, they can be used against you. Let's see if whenever all their lives go away, that it eventually just takes over. Let's just destroy them. Oh, quick, get them before the popcorn comes out. I want to try the keys, too. Do the keys work on the doors to sneak away? It does. If the door's open, but I didn't see the key actually open the door. I'm throwing it over on that side, but it's not working. Alright, so player 2 is now gone. It's back on the computer. It's so much fun. For an arcade game, I'm surprised this one didn't catch on. 2-player competitive food fighting is awesome. Yeah, right? I'm already seeing in the chat throwing out ratings. Getting tough ahead. And it's another arcade game. I want to see more. Like, if they're going to add more monsters that come after the nerd part 2. So whenever you're going to have all these crazy things coming on the screen, it's chaos. It's so much fun. Yeah, a lot going on, great animations, and the artwork's something different. It really feels like it's playing on something from Mad Magazine. So the artwork's fresh, considering all the games we've seen so far. Yes. Oh, really? That's what's going on. That makes sense. Maybe because of the gross out factor, leaving piles of food didn't fare so well. If you think of everything else out there. So I'm seeing everyone else throwing 4 stars. Of all the arcade games we could play, I really enjoy it. I highly recommend it. I understand why it's not as popular, but I still say it's a very good arcade game. 4.5 stars. One of the best ones you could be playing in the arcades. And especially if you have another player to play with. This would be great for competitions because, you know, one person lasts long enough, they stay on, and other people can jump on. And it's also great playing an arcade game because if you think of Robotron 2084, that wasn't 2 players simultaneous. You had to take turns. This one you can play at the same time, twin stick. Very, very nice. Bartow Man's throwing out 3.5 stars. Everyone's saying 4. Yeah, it's a good time for Splat. It does feel like that, right? It could be 1982 because of the background all in black. I can see that coming out in arcades late 82 and then getting more popular maybe 1983. That's probably what it was. Yeah, you have to make it look a little more cute. I mean, Pac-Man, that's the way to go. Frogger, that's the way to do it. And then one that's coming up starts with a Q, that's the way to do it too. All right, with that, let's see our next game. Time to go back to the United Kingdom on our Commodore VIC-20 and play Squash. This is another one that's part of the Innovative Cassette Collection 3, so it's another one by Clifford Ramshaw, published by Melbourne House at sometime in August 1982. This had 7 games in the compilation. Squash. What's the size of our bat? It's going to be a large bat. This one uses Z to move left, M to move right, and what you see here, ladies and gentlemen, is what you get. This is just terrible. This is one of a collection of, I think, 2 games we played so far that are the regression from Breakout. I mean, you had Pong, I understand Pong, and then we had Breakout, but then we had this. This is terrible. Why do you want to continue to play the game where you're just bouncing the ball around the screen? That is ridiculous. Of all the games we played so far, I would say it's borderline broken. It's also very slow. I'm going to go a 1/2-star rating for Squash, because we need to play other and better games. Let's see what our next game is. Still in the United Kingdom on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. This is Star Quest. Let's take a look at Star Quest. It has no box that I could find, just a few screenshots. This one is also done by Acosoft in the Netherlands in 1984. Let's play the first one in 1982 by J.R. Briggs, published by Bread Hill Software at sometime in August 1982. Yes. Pump that one into the sun. You are the only one who can save Earth just the way I like it. Pilot your Star Scout to the battle zone and dock with a starbase to transfer from your ship to a fighter craft. Take off and destroy the alien hordes. Good luck, trooper. Cool. Let's do it. Clear the runway. Prepare for launch. This probably means it was all done by one person. All right, alert, alert. Press any key for manual control. The controls are the cursor keys, so we're going to use 5, 6, 7, and 8 on our ZX Spectrum. Get ready. I don't know what I'm going to get ready for, but I'm going to move around with the controls. All right, so... Oh, I see. Okay, dodge the red. Got it. All right, we did it. Well done. Press a key. We're now within range of the starbase. Your shuttle must dock with it to transfer you to the space fighter. Using keys 5 and 8, which are left and right cursor keys on your ZX Spectrum, line the craft ready for docking and press the space key to dock. Any mistake is fatal in this delicate operation. All right, here we go. There's our dock. Got it. So we move left and right. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can see that pixel down there. It is the tiniest pixel. I have to line up and then dock. All right, here we go. That is a single pixel flying into the docking station. We did it! We've now have to destroy the alien aggressors in pursuit. Your ship is equipped with a high-power beam emitter, but the aliens cannot defend themselves as they fly away from you. One at a time towards Earth, use keys 5 and 8 to move left and right. Fire at the enemy with the 0 or delete key. Okay, let's do it. 5, 8, and 0. Oh, it's not responding now. Oh, darn, screen 3 doesn't work. So, I'm trying my best, but it's not doing anything. Space? No? Oh, darn. So it's going to go screen by screen, and it's changing multiple screens, but for some reason, the last screen, I'm not getting a response on my keyboard. Darn. What a cool idea, though. Let's do a space game, but let's not have it the same thing. Let's just switch screen to screen to screen. So I want to know what's next. What is next with StarQuest? A cool idea, but of all the games we played, it is very simple. It's not doing anything amazingly impressive, but it does switch screens out for different things, so I like that. I still say all the games you could be playing on a home computer, it's a bad game. It's around 2 stars for everything you could be playing up to this point, maybe even 1.5 stars up to this point. Yeah, I do like the mini games. It's pretty fun, and I want to see what's next. It might just be a bad dump of the game, so if you are JR Riggs and you want to get me to play StarQuest, I'll rate it higher than 1.5 stars of all the games on a home computer. Marshall's going out 2.5, Curtis is 1.5. Yeah, I could go as low as 1, and I could go around 2. It's because we haven't seen more. If we can see more, if StarQuest has like 10 screens of different mini games, I would rate it higher. All right, and with that, let's see what our next game is. We're not leaving the United Kingdom. Oh, that sound means it's time for another Star Trek game. If you're familiar with Star Trek variants, here it is. This one's by Chromasoft, by A. Hamilton. And there's the other box with just the address on your ZX Spectrum. Doesn't this look like it's the very first ZX Spectrum game with a box that looks like that? I don't know for sure. It's very difficult to pin down the very first ZX Spectrum game, but maybe Star Trek was the first one. There's also another one by EMM in Germany that was done later. Same one, very similar to Chromasoft. Let's go to the first one, though. This is by Alistair Hamilton, published by Chromasoft at sometime in August 1982. At this point, we've played about 30 different Star Trek variants. And I'm not talking about the series. I'm saying the strategy game Star Trek. We've played about 30 of them. And here's another one to add to the pile. Nice effect, though. Is that the Chromasoft logo? Wow, yeah. I think that's for the publisher. Yeah, very nice. Way to go, Mr. Hamilton. Do we want instructions? Well, we kind of know what it is, but we'll see what they have for the commands. Yeah, Galaxy consists of 100 quadrants arranged in 10 by 10 matrix. Each quadrant is given an X and Y. During your mission, you're prohibited from moving into a quadrant with coordinates outside the range. Your mission is to rid the galaxy of Klingon, and they actually use the word Klingon, before the time 2000 when they destroy your civilization. Yikes, okay. First input required is the skill level. The higher the level, the more difficult the game. Galaxy will then be set up, and we have short-range, long-range scans, and then details of the ship status. Yeah, so it's just like the Star Trek game that we've seen. Well, we didn't see on mainframe when it came out first, but we've seen about 30 of these. Space stations dock, move over them, your energy shields and torpedoes will be replenished. Nice. There's the commands. Only with the numbers, yikes, you got to memorize the numbers on top. That's it. Navigation shields, phasers, library, damage report. Hold down the, oh gosh. Hold down the appropriate number key until a reaction is seen. This may not be immediately. Not a good sign. So there you go. It's going to break down all the numbers and what they do, what the phasers do, shields, library, torpedoes, and explains everything. Wow, so it's like a manual right here in the game. Nice touch. Yeah, we've already seen so many Star Trek games and effects. I like that effect, though. This one doing the drawing. That's a good point, KC Club Kirby. We've only seen home computers do this, where they the publishers are displaying their name, because consoles don't do this. Consoles just go right into the game. Yes, bring your shovel to the shovelware. Okay, we do not want instructions. What skill level do we want? Well, we're not going to last very long. We're going to go skill level 3. Setting up. Please wait. Let's see how long it takes. Yeah, it is very slow effect. We've seen some similar ones on the Coco. They were done in machine language and went a little bit faster, showing like rays of light that come over the top. Maybe that's all they spent on the game. Just this part. Chromosoft just spent all this, and then the game is just a piece of junk. All right, press a key. Let's do it. Nice presentation so far. Building everything in. Status is red. Oh, shield's taking 24 damage. Raise shields, quick. Oh, wait, we have to use numbers. What's our shield number? 3? 1. Energy to shields. Send 20 energy to shields. Okay, we got our shields up. At least that'll work. All right, let's do phasers. Was phasers 4 or 0? So enemies, the Klingon is the square. We are, and we are the Enterprise, and Enterprise is already destroyed. But we had action right off the bat. Rarely you see that on a Star Trek game. Most of the time you're going warping around different quadrants till you can find a ship and then take it out. Yeah, the interface is actually pretty. But you notice what I just did. If you look at the bottom, I've already crashed the game. The game is broken. We weren't going to last long anyway. We've already played several Star Trek games, and this is not the end. Of all the games you'll be playing, though, this version of Star Trek, if you were to play it longer, it's all right. It's not as bad as the other ones. I'm going to say 2.5 stars. It is a subpar affair, but you would enjoy it, especially if you're on the ZX Spectrum. But that's not it. Let's see what the next game is. We are still in the United Kingdom, and this is Storm on the Commodore VIC-20. Another one that's part of the VIC-20 Games Pack by Melbourne House. 5 great games. Yeah, I gotta believe that one. This one's another one by Clifford Ramshaw at sometime in August 1982. Here we go. That's a good point, Errol. Nowadays, most of these games you could be doing in a few seconds, right? All right, I don't have any joystick control. This is not good. It just jumped me right in the game. Let's see if I can move myself. Okay, I can move. I'm moving with keyboard controls W and Z, and if I want to fire stuff, I use F2. That's bizarre. I'm over on the left side of the screen as what appears to be a claw. Oh gosh, you have to wait for the bullet to go all the way across the side. But how do I move? A and D are not responding. I'm using what is our usual control scheme on keyboards, W, X, A, and D, but that is not working. Oh, we're just going to die fast. This is yet another piece of shovelware that's the United Kingdom got. Yes, it's so bad. Storm is not to be confused with Storm we saw on the TRS-80 color computer, the very first way to play Tempest at home. Gosh, that was so bad. Yeah, I'm going to have to go 1. I'd eventually pick it up if I was using the function keys, because there are some games on the Commodore VIC-20 you use the function keys for movement and for firing if it doesn't use the joystick, but it's not even using the joystick, so yikes. Very scary. Yeah. Oh, the places we'll go and see here on Chronologically Gaming. Let's see our next game. We're still on the Commodore VIC-20 in the United Kingdom, and this is Strategic Advance. Here's the box we have for Strategic Advance. Very bare bones. Let's pop in and play by Commodore Business Machines in the UK at sometime in August 1982. All right. Strategic Advance. This one is a broken up game of chess. It's not the same game of chess. Do we want to see the rules? I don't know if we want to see the rules. Oh, wait, yeah. If you see the rules, I think it explains everything about the game. So this is chess, but instead of playing with all the pieces, all you have is pawns, and all you have is 2 knights, or 2 horsemen, footmen, I think they call it. We play as white, and the other enemy's going to be played as black. It's a one-player game. Computer's going to be playing as them, and this is very similar to a game we've already played called Hexapon on the Atari home computer in March of 1982. It's taking the parts of chess and then breaking it apart. I think you've done this. If you had a chessboard at home, have you done this where you take the pieces and you only play a certain part of the chess game instead of everything all at once? That's essentially what this is. Oh, yes. So this is another variant of that. It's not exactly chess. I'm going to go ahead and speed through the instructions. They're going to explain how it works. You play as pawns. Yeah, take all the pieces. Got it. Okay, we select the skill level we want. Let's go ahead and do level 1. So now it's asking for our move. Let's go ahead and move E2. And I think we already have 2 knights, and we're trying to get to the other side and take out all the other pieces. So we'll do E2 to D2. And you see I moved up. He moved his knight out to that spot. Well, that's pretty good. So if he moved his knight out, I'm going to take it. And then we do our move. I want D2 to move to C3. Take it. Yes. At least I think I did. Wait, did he move before I moved? Wait a second. I think I was supposed to take him out first. All right, let's try another one. Let's do E3 to D3. Yeah, he's moved. Wait. The black, I think, is moving before my... Wait a second. That's not fair. You need to get him in the center square. Well, there you go. You get the idea. It's chess, but only with a few pawns and a couple knights. And that's how it works. Of all the games you could be playing right now, I'd still say subpar, maybe even bad, because there's other games you could be playing, and this one didn't seem like it was responding as well as it could. If you're the developer of Strategic Advance and you want to shake a finger and say, oh, this game was way better at the time, then give me some better instructions or let me know how to play. Errol's thrown out 2 stars, still around the bad range. Victor's going 0.5. Yeah, it's of all the games you can play on a home computer, I'd still say 1.5. It's in the bad range. All right, let's see our next game. Cruising on, again, through the United Kingdom. Our next game is on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. This is Super Spy. Super Spy is... another title. Take a look at this. Boxed by Richard Shepard. It's a global spy chase and maze adventure for the 48K Spectrum. Oh, only the 48K, huh? So we're going to be playing Super Spy. This one has both a text adventure game and a 3D maze game in one game, believe it or not. There's the ad you would have seen in magazines at the time. Also available for the Dragon 32 and the Commodore 64 coming up later. Very nice. So originally when this came out, it was going to be a James Bond title called Shaken But Not Stirred, and then they had to take all the James Bond references away, and we were left with Super Spy. There's the cassette we're going to pop into play. I'm excited. Spy games, we haven't seen too many of them. We played The Prisoner 1 and The Prisoner 2. We've also played CIA Adventure in 1980, and then 007 Aqua Base on the TI-99-4A. And of course, Scott Adams had the Secret Mission adventure game. And then Snooper Troops we played, but this would be our next spy type game. All right, Super Spy. It has 4 parts. The around the world, the spy chase in which you aim to discover the location of Dr. Death's secret hideaway. And we have the second part where we explore Dr. Death's island and discover the entrance to his underground maze. Then we have a 3D maze where you have to navigate yourself to find the missing control room where Dr. Death was hidden and the kidnapped missile. So it's using a 3D maze kind of like The Prisoner 2. Breaking the code to disarm the missile and save the world. Clues are available, and we have some clues here in this manual. Very nice. It shows where to move around and how to navigate through the maze, so we'll refer to that if we need to. So this one was also released later in Sweden in 1982 as a re-release. So here we go. Time to play Super Spy by Richard Shepard at sometime in August 1982. Super Spy. All right, in-screen instructions. I like it when they do this, so you don't really need the manual. You can save the game with Z, direct commands interpreted right there, press any key to start, and if you want, you can copy and print the page off if you want, which we are not going to do right now. You are unexpectedly summoned by your spy master. After his secretary has shown you into the office, he outlines the situation. A jet fighter has mysteriously disappeared whilst on a training mission. No wreckage has been found, but it's known that the plane was carrying a nuclear missile. Your task is to locate the plane and its deadly cargo and defuse the missile. Nice. It's a complex espionage adventure. A ransom note's been received from Dr. Death, the well-known megalomaniac demanding the large sum of money within the next 48 hours. He threatens to flatten London. Not London, unless his demands are met. Your task will be difficult and you'll be put in a number of dangerous situations. Your first job is to select the weapons for your assignment. You can hold up to 3, but they all have limited lives. Wait, your weapons have limited lives? You can replenish them and also your strength factor by returning to London. However, do not do this too often or your spy master will fire you. That's awesome. So it has that element to it. You must find the location of Dr. Death's secret island by traveling around the world. You'll be giving anagram clues and coded messages to help you. However, be careful that you do not walk into any traps. Good luck. This message will... Oh, wait, that's Mission Impossible. Never mind. Wrong game. So pretty cool so far. So pay attention. We have gadgets. So this is Q if it was a James Bond game. Q is not here. We can pick 3 different items. Let's go ahead and take, I'll take a pocket bomb, and I'll take a Luger pistol, yeah, and I'll take a digital watch. James Bond always had it. So there's our items, or inventory we want. Do we want to make any changes? No, we do not. We're ready. Where do we want to go? Good night. That's a lot of... Is it looping? Okay, London and Vienna are looping, but I think... Okay, it is looping. Okay, I thought those are a bunch of different places. Let's check out Cairo first. Whilst in Cairo, a mysterious taxi offers you a ride. What are you going to do? Cool, it's like a choose-your-own adventure game. Let's say yes. Let's go on a ride. Wait, the taxi man's going to take me to a new place? Maybe I was supposed to answer a different way. Let's go to Paris then. Heading to Paris, we're attacked by Tic Tac, Dr. Death's midget. Because Odd Job, we couldn't use Odd Job. All right, we have 100 strength points. What are we going to do? If we're attacked by Tic Tac, let's do the Luger pistol. We have... The battle continues. You are still attacked by Tic Tac, Dr. Death's midget. You have 89 strength. You should have stayed at home. What are you going to do? All right, so I guess we try A for attack. Battle continues. Spymaster will not be pleased. We have 83 strength. So it's a pseudo-adventure game, maybe even like borderline role-playing spy game. So this isn't... I thought this was going to be like CIA Adventure, where it was just a text adventure, but no. Yes, it's mini-me. So let's try Pocket Bomb then. Do we do P for Pocket Bomb? Battle continues. We're still attacked by Dr. So I'm not doing the items. I need to know the command for the items. I'll refer to my handy-dandy manual. So we need to do situation arises, 2 types of clues. When your gadgets enter a single gadget number, pressing enter for each number. Okay, so we just use a number for gadgets. We don't need to type in letters or anything. So how about 0? What will 0 do? Battle continues. Does 0 work as a... No, it does not. Okay, let's try number 1. Number 1, Pocket Bomb. Use it. No, still didn't work. Okay, number 2. Use it. Not a very good start. 39 strength. This doesn't look good. Okay, how about number 3? Yes, maybe he does. We did it. We got a victory. Maybe that was our Luger. We killed Tic Tac. Dr. Death's... Dr. Death's henchman. All right, let's head to Rome now. We're a terrible spy. You're given a message by the head waiter in your hotel. It gives a single letter, which is part of an anagram for the name of your destination. The letter is A. I'll be writing that down in my notepad if this was 1982. All right, let's keep going. Where will we go now? Let's go to Moscow and see what's there. So this is kind of fun. This is a mixture of a few games. Obviously, we're going to be going to different places and even have a 3D maze when the game progresses even further. But it's doing menu-based structures and a slight text parser, but then it's not having us, like this first section has a new way to play, and then you're going to see another way to play later. So there's 4 different variations in the game, or 4 different ways to play. While in Moscow, we've received a note that tells you to meet X at midnight. What do you do now? 1. Does 1 work, or do we just go back to... No, it doesn't. So we can do different places like that. Let's try New York. Never heard of this one. All right, so a mysterious package is delivered to you. What are you going to do? I don't know how to answer the questions because I'm saying yes, thinking it's a text parser, but it's not like that. So if we ask for gadgets, destinations, respond with normal sentences if there's situations that arise. There's 2 types of clues to help you on the location of the island: coded messages and the correct So we're supposed to use sentences? Normal sentences? No way. I just feel like that would not work. A mysterious package is delivered to you. Take package? Does the full sentence work? I don't know. Sorry, you missed a vital clue. Okay, so it actually is responding to full sentences. Wow. Yeah, maybe we should have tried open package. All right, let's head to Munich. While in Munich, we're attacked by a gang of thugs. All right, we can try to fight them off. Let's do 3 again. That one worked great last time. The battle continues. We're still being attacked by a gang of thugs. Darn. We have 11 strength. We're not looking so good. Let's try 4. I want to try my pocket bomb. Sorry, you are dead. However, I enjoyed playing this game with you, so I'm going to reincarnate you. Oh, that's nice. Press any key for a miracle. And then it goes back to the beginning. Yeah, it gives us our instructions. So we're reincarnated, but we're essentially starting the whole game over. So it was a game over, but a really quaint way to do a game over. Maybe we should have run from the thugs, or maybe the sentences would work in those situations. What a cool idea, and what a fun idea, too. That is awesome. So that's Super Spy on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. Another title I would like to play more of. Pretty fun. And the idea that there's more to it than just this. There's other game modes that go beyond just this first example of it. Yeah, it's not the first time. Chronologically Gaming is also known as Watch Me Die, because every single video game we will die, eventually. Yeah, I say 3, maybe even 3.5. It reminds me of another game we played called The Wizard and the Princess. Not the one by Sierra Online, but a very ambitious title that's trying to do different games in one. It's not just one experience. Yeah, not your average text adventure game. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm going to go 3.5 stars. It's a cool idea, and I like knowing that there's something more beyond just the same old text adventure game. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we didn't even get to the 3D Maze game. It's pretty nice. All right, that's pretty fun. After that, let's see what our next game is. Oh, that sound means it's time for another Star Trek game. This one's on MS-DOS. A very bizarre one because we don't have a lot of info. This one is not known where we have any screenshots or pictures for it. Let's pop in Super Star Trek. At sometime in August 1982. This one is bare bones Star Trek. I know it's called Super Star Trek, but this one is pretty much exactly what you would have played on mainframe systems in 1978 or 77 maybe. Do we want instructions? No, we do not need instructions. We're ready to play. There's our USS Enterprise. We've already played this kind of variant before, which is like taking the mainframe Star Trek game and then loading it up. Your orders, should you accept this mission, are as followed. Destroy the 22 Klingon warships which have invaded the galaxy before they can attack Federation headquarters on stardate 2030. 2030? We better get busy. This gives you 30 days. Your 8-star bases in the galaxy for resupplying your ship. Hit the return key when ready to accept command. Your mission begins, and your starship is located in the quadrant Spica 3. So it randomized it for us. We got a Klingon over on the left side. Let's see if we can... Nice. It gives us all the commands right off the bat. And this one looks really similar to what you would have played on mainframe ones. Yes, it was on the second generation ones. Very nice. Good point, Curtis. And so this is essentially like you're getting to play. If you were the computer nerd in 1982, you would be geeking out because you're playing a full mainframe game that would have been available only in 1977. But now you can play it all right here. It's so cool. To this date, the best Star Trek game or variant we played so far was Video Trek 88 in March of 1982. Video Trek 88 had everything that all the Star Trek games have, but it added even more functionality onto it and also gave a better presentation. So this one is like, it's even the original commands. NAV for navigation. I think I need to be in caps for it, right? Let's set a course for 2, warp factor 1. Engage. The Enterprise has been destroyed. Federation is Stardate 2000. There were 22 Klingon battle cruisers left at the end of your mission. Wow, we've never died that fast from a Star Trek variant. Federation is in need of a new Starship commander for a similar mission. If there's a volunteer, let him step forward and enter I. Okay. So they're going to load it up. I said enter. No? Oh, okay. I guess we're not the Starship commander that can take command of that one. Of all the games you can be playing so far, Super Star Trek is another Star Trek variant. Still, I would say this one, there's better ones that you could be playing of all the other ones we've seen so far. And it is a cool throwback to be able to play something from mainframe. But yeah, that was brutal. We died way too fast. Yes, the theme, though, is pretty cool. All right, let's see what our next game is. Time to go on the Texas Instruments home computer. This is TI Toad, or Texas Instrument Toad. Let's take a look. Actually, we don't have any box for this one. I couldn't find any other artwork except a few screenshots, so we just got to pop in and play TI Toad by Software Specialties, published by Texas Instruments at sometime in August 1982. Here we go. TI Toad. We're ready to play some TI Toad. We got joystick control. Let's do it. Wow, we got the song. That's pretty cool. Oh man, this plays really well. Using the joystick. Why in the world are the logs so small? It can only fit the frog. They have been skimping out on it, but oh man, it plays really good. Really smooth for a Frogger variant. We first saw Frogger in arcades in June of 1981. Since then, we've played about 22 games that look or play kind of like Frogger. And the only official Frogger we've seen was on the NEC PC 6001, or a Japanese home computers, which is terrible. It's a terrible version of the game. And then on the Atari VCS has been official Frogger. But everything else has been people copying, making things close to Frogger, like Meltdown on the Atari home computer. Or the best Frogger, Pacific Coast Highway. You got to play Pacific Coast Highway. That one blew me away. But this one's still really, really good. If you think about it, we've only seen official Frogger on Atari VCS. And you're able to play this on your computer. This is awesome. Oh, that's why it is. Yep. You got to have more bits. And I'm sure I can't swim in the water just like any of the other Froggers. Why in the world are the logs so small? And the cars don't look like cars. The cars look like it's something random going across the screen. But this is cool. Look at this. We got a little cutscene. I have no idea what that is. Is that a flying squirrel? Wait a second. I don't know what I'm going to go across now. So we were jumping across logs. Now I don't know what those are. We do have alligators showing up at the top. I can land on their head. So they're not crocodiles. You know, the crocodiles you can't land on the head whenever you play Frogger. What are those? Are they starfish? Oh, yeah, if we land on the water, we die. Because Frogger says the current is too strong. Even though it's white. It looks like we're going across a big thing of milk. It's a giant river of milk. Oh, I totally made that one. That looked like I clipped through the log that time. So I already really love Frogger, and if you think about all the Froggers we've seen so far, there's been some really bad ones, but this one's pretty good. One of the other recent ones we played was a Cricketeer on the Apple II, which was all right. It had 2 screens, but yeah, this is great. Oh, that's a good point. Maybe it's beavers. Friendly beavers. I really want to see what the next screen is, because if they're going to keep doing cutscenes and adding more to the game, that's a really good reason to keep playing. The hidden Frogger game no one's heard of on Texas Instruments. Alright, what's next? Whoa! Alright, I think we're getting some artifacting now. We have turtles coming across the screen. Oh, please don't mess up on me. Okay, yeah, we got turtles and beavers and logs, and we got a police car flying across the side. Nice. So every time you keep going further and further, they're going to add more and more. So what's next? I love it. I want to see what's next. TI Toad is pretty good. Of all the games you could be playing on a home computer, I got to go even higher than most. I'm going to have to go 4 stars because it's Frogger, and of all the variants we've seen so far, the official Frogger hasn't come to home computers unless you want to count the really crappy one in Japan. So 4 stars for TI Toad. Way to go. Yeah. Yes, the cop car was definitely speeding. I see 3.5 stars. Very nice touch. Love that we can showcase that one. Never even heard or knew that one existed. That's where we got to put our video game playing on pause and sadly play another day. Tune in next episode where the Atari VCS gets supercharged. That's it for today, and like I always say, the video games of the past are influencing the games you're playing right now. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are Perpetually Retro, and we will catch you next time.